Yeah, like I had to get comfortable on them YouTube. Anyway, I'm out here in Abu Dhabi on the Persian Gulf. Um, I had got detained in Egypt for like 30 something hours over some bull, but it's whatever, you know. Either way, I took advantage of the detainment anyway. I enjoyed it all the way through because the worst form of slavery is internal slavery, so I'm not going to let them dictate how I feel within. But I really wanted to say, all I wanted to say in this video is that I get all these thanks and I appreciate the love from people. People giving me thanks and love for these things. But I really like you to thank yourself. And I know people might think it's facetious to thank yourself, but you know, you really should be. You gravitated towards this knowledge because yourself guided you there. Yourself already knew it and just needed to remind the body. And that's really all it is. I just hope you guys can find a way to thank yourselves. And you know, I appreciate the love either way. You know, I'm gonna thank you because you've been thanking me, because you know, of course, I wouldn't be able to wake other people up if they weren't willing to wake themselves up. And if I didn't get any views, then you know, people would never watch my videos, because for whatever reason people validate videos with view counts when they can be bought and modified and doctored. So you know, that's just how we're living right now. So I'm just gonna, you know, say thank you, people that subscribe to the channel and people that watch the video, even the people that dislike it and hate it. You know, thank you for, you know, giving the energy and time out of your day to watch it. I'm gonna be releasing these books soon. 2 of them will come out on ebooks this June. And yeah, you know, just thank yourself, because it's all inspired by the self, because we're all one. You know, we all have our own personal self that's connected. Like, you can look at it like fingers from a hand. You know, people say that you're not God, or the self is just an extension, but your hand is still an extension of your body. It's still your body. It's really the whole body. But I'm gonna, you know, I've gotten to that in other videos, but really, that's all I really wanted to say. To thank yourself. And when it comes to prayer, I know a lot of people ask me about prayer or would like to externalize God. And again, they'll think it's even more facetious to pray to yourself. But really, it's just submitting the body so that the self can flow through it, or the God, or extension of God, whatever you would like to identify the self or soul, whatever you would like to call it. But just submitting the body to where it can let the self flow through. And again, with prayer, just homogeneous amounts of DMT or dimethyltryptamine are being released in the body from the pineal or from the first eye. And that's really all that is, really. It's just opening that doorway. That's all DMT does, opens the door. It's just a doorway. Everybody's so fascinated with it, but it's just a doorway. So when the DMT is released, it's just opening the door from physical to metaphysical, whatever. From the void state, the no-thingness, to the external state. So once that door is opened and the self can flow through, and things will manifest, you know, accordingly with the self, not with the false self, you know, the conditioning of the body and the body itself. You know, if you let the body take control of the creative powers, you know, creating to satisfy comforts and desires, wants, then the things we'll create are what we have created in the world. You see, the war, the hunger, emotional hunger, all these things that we have created, all this suffering is, I don't want to say self-created, but false self-created. When you relieve, you know, when you relinquish the ability to create, you give that from the self to the body, and let the body just run the creative faculties. Then instead of using it, then you know, you get what you have here on this planet. You know, you have a planet full of suffering and desires. You know, so really, if you open the doorway, like I said, through meditation, prayer, all these different ways, you know, via DMT, That's just the chemical manifestation of it. But once you open that doorway from void state or no thingness to the external state, then the self or God flows through the vessel or the body. So at that point, everything you will manifest will be complementary to the life. It will just be all based on love, selfless giving, because giving to others is giving to yourself. So thank you, as they call me.